Welcome back to Skallywag Tactical. In the previous video, I talked about the MDV folder and how it is restocked on skallywagtactical.com. I recently received the actual version of it, so what you're going to receive if you were to order it now. And there are a couple differences that I would like to go over in this video between this generation and the previous one that I had shown in the last video. All right, so like I said, we're going to do a comparison. We might as well start off with the packaging. So this is your new gen, and this is the last gen. As you can see, my beautiful face is right here, as well as Jack's. You don't get that in the new generation, so obviously that's at least $100 worth of value. That's probably why it's much cheaper. But let's take a look at last gen first. We'll move that one off to the side. Tools with spare parts is what came with last gen here. Not sure how many people utilize these tools or don't have those tools. I know that the spare parts might be something that is useful down the line after you've used this for a while. But this is the older gen. When we go to the newest version of this, this is what you're getting when you purchase at skallywagtactical.com. So basically just a blade, no tools, no extra parts, but there they are. All right, so to be completely honest, I only had two differences between last gen and this gen that I was going to be pointing out. But as I take a closer look at this, there are a number of differences that I see. That does not include the internals to this. Okay, so this is the side with the lock bar directly on it. I'll talk about this a little bit more as we start going through. From these angles, it seems like everything is roughly about the same all the way across. As we stand these up, this is what it looks like. Okay, so beautiful blades. Let's get into the two that I saw first. So as you can see, the Glassbreaker on the new one is more pronounced. I'm not sure exactly what this is made out of. It just might be the same thing as this one, except it is colored black. You'll notice on the last version, we created the ability to take off that glass breaker because some of you did not like that poking into your palm for certain grips. I'm not sure if you can unscrew this one. There is nothing to grip on because the sides are smooth. I would be afraid of actually scratching the finish on this with any type of pliers, so I wouldn't even try it. But one thing that I do like is how pronounced the glass breaker is. That is one of the things about this glass breaker, which it works, and with proper angling and holding of that in a proper reverse grip like this, you driving that directly into something, it's going to hit. You just might have to hit it a couple times. It feels like the pronounced glass breaker on this one, it's not as important for you to have that perfect angle. Okay, so that was the first one. And the second one, the second difference is going to be opening. Now, please understand that when I created this blade, what I wanted was, I didn't want anything automatic, because in certain states, anything that feels assisted or is assisted it falls into categories of not being as legal as others. So when you flick this open, this is just me just pulling down slightly. You'll notice that it kind of doesn't open all the way. Obviously, if I put more force behind that, I can open this up. Let's back up a little bit. With the new one, you'll notice that it opens really, really well. We'll do this a couple times. It's the same amount of pressure that I did with the other generation. This thing just snaps open every single time you touch that and pull directly down. I don't have to use a lot of pressure to get it to pop. It feels like there are ball bearings directly inside, whereas this one may have them, but for whatever reason, this one is more responsive. Now, to be fair, this is the blade that I carry, and as you can see, with the same amount of force there, okay, you'll notice that that didn't open all the way. This is broken in a lot more than this one, because I carry this one all the time. So it's not that you're not going to get that ability to open very quickly. It's just that you'll have to kind of work it a little bit and oil. It feels like this one is pre-oiled and it has ball bearings in it. All right, so a couple differences that I saw as I took a closer look. And once again, this is just me being a little nitpicky on this. But the fact is that one, on the scales, you'll notice that on the last generation, these scales are, as far as the texture, is embedded deeper into the sides, right? So if I go here, you should be able to see that it's indented into the scales itself, whereas these are a little bit closer to the surface. All right, so that's one. Good or bad doesn't really matter. It's a difference. One difference that I just realized, putting this all together, and it looked like this was the difference, but I had to take these calipers out. If you were to take a look at this, and I take the calipers and then I lock it right into the blade itself. Okay, so if my hands could stop shaking. Okay, so you see the numbers there. That's 0.132. With the new blade, let me do it at the same place. The new blade, it is thinner. The overall width is thinner than the other one. So when the blade is out, when the blade is out, the new version, which is on this side now, is thinner than this one, which would mean that thinner blade, easier to stab through things. So that would be a plus. For those of you that like thicker blades for durability, long-term use, then the old generation would be the one that you would prefer. And then finally, once I close all of this, and this is really nitpicky. I'm not sure if you can even see this. Let me get this closer. So if you take a look at the flippers themselves, this one seems to be a little bit lower. So where that corner happens, the top of that flipper is not flush with that, whereas the old one, it is. It's a very small detail, but it might lend to why that opens up easier than obviously that one. So those are your differences. Basically, if you have an older version, and you want it to open faster, snappier, then obviously you're going to want to grab a brand new version of the MDV folder. Remember, this is going to be the last time that you see this version.